decades, Patrice Faye devoted his life to snakes, and in Burundi, it's made him famous. Now, a different reptile has kindled his passions. Gustave, Burundi's biggest and oldest crocodile. In the suburbs of Burundi's capital, Bujumbura, there's a garden which looks as though Noah's Ark grounded in the middle of it. It's home to cranes, snakes, birds of prey, guinea pigs, jackals, to name but a few. It's also home to a Frenchman. Patrice Faye arrived in the tiny Central African country 20 years ago and never left, not even in times of crisis. He has become famous for being Burundi's only keeper and dealer of reptiles, and for seeming to laugh in the face of danger. His large collection includes puff adders, pythons, and baby crocodiles. Most people in Bujumbura don't share Patrice's love of reptiles. Snakes in particular arouse fear and suspicion. But some have changed their minds. Dio Nizigmana works for Patrice. His job is to feed the snakes. Having watched them squeeze the life out of their hapless prey every day for 3 years, he now understands and shares Patrice's love of reptiles. Every Wednesday, the rural area of Bubanzi, just outside Bujumbura, turns into a reptile market. Patrice comes here to buy captured snakes and anything that he can use to feed them: rats, frogs and beetles. The men who sell are forest dwellers and hunters. They are the Twa, also known as the Pygmies. They've developed a close working relationship with Patrice. Patrice sells most of his snakes to clients in France. The only ones who get to stay with him are those that have been with him for years and that are too dear to part with. Besides, Patrice has a new passion now which has taken precedence. Gustave, as Patrice has named him, is said to be the biggest and oldest crocodile in the Ruzizi River. Gustave is a renowned man-eater, a source of horror for fishermen and swimmers alike. Patrice's original idea was to end the beast's life, but Gustave has since converted him to a different plan. Patrice has now been following Gustave for 1 year, and he knows exactly what to do. He has watertight plans, even if putting them into practice won't be easy. Still, it's nice to dream. If he does manage to capture Gustave, his idea is to display him in a cage to paying visitors, a new tourist attraction, an achievement of a lifetime for Patrice, and a safe river for the villagers. But for Gustave, it would be the end of 100 years in freedom amongst the hippos of the Ruzizi River.